Welcome to the Agility in Real Life podcast, Take 5 in Real Life. Now your hosts, Mike Studeman, Jeff Lee, and Pat Campbell.
Hello and welcome back to the Take 5 IRL podcast from Agility IRL. I'm Jeff Lee, partner at Agility IRL and one of your hosts. Pat
Hi,
Campbell
Jeff.
here. My another partner is joining me today.
And I'm Pat Campbell, that other partner. Good to see you, Jeff, and great to be talking about this hot topic we've got today.
Yeah, hot topic. AI is a multiplier. And kind of a question we've queued up in the past. What is it multiplying, right? It's going to make you go faster in whatever you're doing. So it's important to know what you're doing. And Pat, I'll let you kick off the discussion.
Well, I think everybody's been experimenting with AI by now, and if you haven't, then give us a call because we could really help you. But um, as a tool, it's definitely you've probably seen that it can multiply your effectiveness in tasks, just like a hammer amplifies your skill when you're trying to get a nail into a board. It doesn't replace it. What AI does, it will actually amplify, like a hammer hitting a nail. It'll amplify what the current strengths and weaknesses are of an organization. I mean, if you haven't got a good aim, then the hammer is going to make it even worse.
Yeah, what's that game? Hammerschlagen? Ever done that? I've made many a bent nail that I spent a number of rounds trying to straighten out.
Oh yeah, my college years as well. And so that just calls out that strong systems plus AI, you're going to get greater value. But if you've got weak systems and then you put AI on top of it, you're going to get faster waste, more rework, inconsistency. So just throwing AI at it without improving how work gets done, you're not going to get your desired outcomes.
Yeah, and this is more than a hammer operator kind of thing, right? It's like a lot of things we talk about. It's not just the people, who are doing the work using AI day to day. It's a leadership thing, and creating the right environment for that. IT has a role in doing it, right? Whatever functional area you're in, obviously has a role in AI because you're using it. But from a management perspective, right? Not only is it what are the priorities and decisions that we need to make, but what about the governance? What's okay to do? Where do we have a safe sandbox?
Mhm.
What do we do with our data? Like all these things need to be established and put together. It's not just about using AI to throw at what you have.
And you're spot on. I mean, if you think about all these other tools that IT has implemented over the years, um, AI is no different. It's more important than just selecting the tools. And a good thought experiment would be, well, what happens if AI doubles your organization's capacity?
That sounds
Is it
cool.
going to actually create more customer value, or is it going to create more unnecessary work? I mean, do you have unnecessary work right now? Do you want to double that? How about technical debt? I'm sure no one listening to us has any technical debt.
No,
But
let's
if
take
you
it there right
do,
away.
imagine that's doubled, or the rework that you had. So AI is just going to accelerate whatever the organization already produces, and so the system within which it's going to live is going to determine, is it going to create value or waste for us?
Mhm. Yeah, I want to take a minute to segue into the regulated world, and we should probably spend some future episodes going deep into regulated worlds and using AI. But again, it's not whether AI did things or we did things, but we have to own all the things that are done. So how are we managing risks? How are we tracing any decisions that were made? I don't know about you, Pat. I haven't heard a lot of good stories about people telling regulators that, hey, you know what, we can't control that because AI did it.
Oh my gosh. You're again, I couldn't agree with you more. And it just amplifies when you're in a regulated industry. So, you know, our recommendation is that make sure that you understand your current workflows, particularly in the regulated environments, before you invest more in AI than maybe you have up to this point. Take a look at how you're aligning your priorities or determining your priorities. What is your decision speed at various levels of the organization and the quality of the data going into those decisions. What are your built-in quality practices, and should they be, revisited before implementing AI against those? And most importantly, what are your desired business outcomes, which everything should be pointing towards? And if you define those first, that's going to determine whether AI is the appropriate solution to that area you're trying to apply it. Focus on the root causes rather than just throwing technology like before at symptoms that you're running into. And Jeff, maybe you have some ideas on how we can challenge some of our listeners
Yeah, I
to think
absolutely
through
do.
this.
And I just want to lean into what you just said too, to make sure that that doesn't just kind of scoot past people as they're listening on double speed on their favorite podcast app, right? But this whole thing is, yeah, AI is new, and newish now. We've been doing it for a little bit, but fundamentally, it's amplifying a process. It's not fundamentally different than how we used to think about things, right? If we're using Agile, we're going fast. We need to know our process. We need to know what results we're getting. It doesn't change that. And so that really is still a focus. And kind of toward that, from you mentioned the challenge, and we're going to start doing this every once in a while. The Take Five challenge, we're calling it. So a homework assignment. Go to your next team meeting, or if you're in leadership, go to your leadership group, right? This could be really impactful. And ask the question, if AI doubled our capacity tomorrow, what organizational problems will it also double? Have people write down their own ideas for that. And if you see things that show up across everyone's lists, that's where I start first, right? Look at those items because those are the ones that you're going to run into problems first. So take a look at that. I don't know, Pat, your thoughts on that challenge or anything else you suggest for people?
No, that's a great challenge. And maybe one more thing to think about is, rather than applying it wholesale, pick an experiment and see how it improves the system before you decide to scale it enterprise-wide. And then you'll be able to, pivot based on what you learn from that. Much like how we coach organizations just to, do product development. So,
Yeah, I was just thinking
um,
that same thing, right? When we were telling people about retrospectives, you don't want to take 13 things out of a retrospective because you're not going to know what was effective. Same thing, right? Try it in a limited
exactly.
area and learn what you get from it, right? Become a learning
Yep.
organization.
So maybe I can summarize some of the things we've touched on, Jeff, and then we can wrap up. Think about AI as a multiplier, not a solution by itself. Much like in Agile, we've always said it's not a silver bullet. It's a light that shines on and highlights where the problems lie. Additionally, organizational capability that you currently have is going to determine how effective any AI implementation is going to be. As Jeff mentioned earlier, your leadership, your systems, and your governance and quality are going to be the key enablers to AI, not just the tool itself. Starting with business outcomes and backing up from there before scaling out AI is going to be critical to your success. And to that point, your greatest advantage with regards to AI is going to be coming from how are you improving the system that AI is going to amplify, not just
Mhm,
fix.
mhm.
Jeff, anything you would add to those?
No, I just let people know one more tool that's out there in your toolbox is actually on our website. We have an AI effectiveness assessment. So go out there, see where you currently stand. It'll give you some ideas on things to focus on.
Good, good way to finish up. Thanks, Jeff, and thanks everybody for joining us at Take Five podcast. And look forward to digging into this topic further with you, Jeff.
All right, thanks, Pat. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Take 5 IRL podcast. If you like it, please go ahead and share it with someone, as well as like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Also, leave us a comment or a suggestion for a future episode. Again, thanks for listening, and we look forward to you joining us next time on the Take 5 IRL podcast.